Okay, good morning, everyone. If you can hear me, a beautiful morning to everyone. If you can hear me from your own end, it's already 8:05. 8:05 from my own end, yeah, guess. I believe you had a very beautiful night rest. It's another time for the morning market review. I also want to believe that you made some money yesterday and in the early hours of this morning. It's another beautiful day for the MMR from Rally Trade Rally Academy. We're going to be analyzing myriads of instruments this morning, looking at possible positions or possible zones where you can enter your trade and make money, and possible zones where you could also exit those trades and make money for yourself. If you can hear me clearly from your own end, just type I can hear you. I'll be your instructor this morning. We're going to be looking at other instruments this morning, but let's give others the opportunity to join this class. Let's give them the opportunity to join. Let's give them additional 5 or 3 minutes. So by 8:10, 8:11, we will start the class fully. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm glad you can hear me. So we'll start in the next 3 or 4 minutes so others can join. So we don't have to go back to other instruments that we've analyzed already. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'm glad everyone can hear me. I'm glad everyone can hear me. I'm going to be doing this with my colleague. So we're going to be looking at these instruments together. So 3 minutes it is, or 4 minutes, we will kickstart fully. So good morning, everyone. It's time for the morning market review. We're going to be analyzing various instruments this morning. Yesterday, we saw a couple of news coming out for various zone. We saw news coming out for the Chinese zone, the CPI year over year. I want to believe you can all see my screen. If this is your first time of joining this particular class or this particular section, you need to understand the fact that before you place any trade in the morning, you need to look at the markets and what could possibly drive the market for the day. As at yesterday, when I woke up very early, I saw that there was a news coming out for the Chinese zone, and which is the CPI year over year, and PPI, which is consumer price index year over year, and producers price index year over year. They both came out bad for the Chinese zone. The effect of that news spilled over to some of the Euro stocks, letting some of those stocks to, sink, or I will not use the word, they plunged down, they went down. And we saw a strength for, the US dollar in the early hours of that morning. But regardless of that, the euro still gained strength. And later in yesterday, Governor Bailey, Andrew Bailey of Bank of England, came out to speak. The effect of that news was a bit hawkish, giving strength to the Great Britain pounds. A lot of my clients also took advantage of it and made good money from it. I don't know about you, but looking down to today, there was a news that came out for the AUD zone, and by 7 a.m., the claimant count change came out for the GBP zone, as well as the average earning index also came out for the GBP zone. I took advantage of it and I made some money. I don't know about you, but I actually took advantage of it. I just saw the market and I placed my orders and I made money from it. Maybe we should just delve a little bit into it and see what that news was all about. Okay. You say the claimant count change also showed a big increase. A number of people, which shows the number of people claiming jobless benefits jumped by 25.7 thousand in June as against 22.5. You and I understand the fact that in countries like this, those that are unemployed always come for some claims that, oh, for the Mr. Government, for the fact that we don't have a job, you're supposed to give us some amount of money or stipend to keep us afloat. If the number of people that come for these claims are more, it means that the economy is struggling. It means that the level of unemployment is increasing sporadically. It means that the economy is not attractive to investors. And if you look at that report this morning, it shows that 25.7, that's 25,700 people came out to claim that. Expectation was this, and then 25,700 people came out to claim for that particular stipend. He said change in number of people claiming unemployment related benefits. So if actual is less than forecast, is good. But look at it, actual is greater than forecast, which is bad for the currency. But the effect of this news was subsided by the average earning index that came out immediately too, which came out good for the Great Britain pounds. And we saw a surge for GBP. We are still expecting other news this morning. So if you took advantage of that news this morning by 7 a.m., that is what you should do every morning. You took advantage of it. I don't know, maybe you should type I did, because for me, I did that this morning. So we're actually expecting news for the Eurozone, and we are also expecting news for tomorrow, NZD and the likes. But for today, 10 a.m., the German economic sentiment is going to drop by 10 a.m. So we're expecting news for the Eurozone this morning. Okay, somebody's typing. You should hear my voice, Mr. Mrs. Oluyemisi. I don't know, maybe it's from your own end there. I want to believe everyone can hear my voice and you can also see my screen. Thank you very much. So without wasting much time, we saw a strength in GBP. And if you look at the chart, let's go back to the chart. I want to believe you can see my screen. Okay, this was yesterday when Governor Andrew Bailey came out to drop that speech. Okay, let me take this off. Let me take this off. This was yesterday when Governor Andrew Bailey came out to drop that speech. Around this particular time, we saw a surge in GBP, a strength for GBP, and a momentum loss for the US dollar. So imagine if you took a buy trade around this particular zone, you imagine the number of pip size from this point. That is close to this point, that's close to 150 pips. That's big money. Even with 0.01 lot size, that's good money. I'm telling you. The effect of that news is comments were hawkish and followed by the average news that came out this morning, which overrode the claimant change this morning. We saw more strength for the US, for the Great Britain pound, or for the sterling. So for my 4 hours trader, that's for my long-term traders. Remember, the effect of the news has waned in the market. Oh, let me take this off. Let me take all this off. Sorry. Yes, remember that the effect of the news has waned in the market. But one thing you need to understand is that when it comes to trading, you should understand the trend. On my daily time frame, this is on my day one. I don't need to remind you that they're basically 9 time frame when it comes to trading on MT4. On my daily time frame, you notice that price has been surging very high, and this market is more like a tussle between the bulls and the bears. As much as the bears are trying to pull down price, the bulls are trying to pull up price. And you, as a technical analyst, you should craft out an informed trade setup to determine the very good zone for you to enter your buy trade and your sell trade. Or is it a very good time for you to hold on and wait for a confirmation candlestick? Then you can enter your trade. So looking at this chart technically, looking at the fact that the effect of that news since 7 a.m., this is 8:18, I'm looking forward to something to happen. So if I'm a long-term trader, or will I use the word a swing trader, I'm looking for something to happen. That's something like this. I want you to retest this, my trend line. I noticed that on my daily time frame, if price tests this trend line, there is always a pushback up. And remember, one of the basic principles I use when it comes to trading is that the trend is always my friend till the end. So the trend is bullish, is upward. So I'm waiting for a minor pullback. Come and pull back and touch this trend. And I noticed that you touched this trend line and you went back up. So this is a very good zone to enter your buy trade if you are a long-term trader. I believe you all can hear me. I want to believe you all can hear me. But I'm not just talking to myself. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So this is a very good zone to enter my buy trade. I'm waiting for the sellers to, show their power in the market. Then I can enter a buy around this point. One of the basic conditions to enter a buy is enter a buy when price is on a support, enter a buy after a pullback on an upward trend. So I want a pullback here. Come and touch my trend line, then I can enter a further buy up. So when it comes down here and I see something like a red and a green candle, something like a bullish engulfing candlestick, or a hammer, or a morning star. If you don't know some of these candlestick pattern, then you need to attend some of our classes. So you need those candlestick patterns to be formed on very good region. Then you can enter your buy as a long-term trader. So something like a red and a green candle around this point, I will enter a buy trade upward. Then I can write down, these are more like turncoat resistance and turncoat resistance. So they are not strong resistance zone. There's also a possibility that price will also break above it. So if you see price break above it, completely, maybe around this zone, you can enter a further buy. But for me, I want to be very conservative as a long-term trader. I want it to retest this zone, then I can enter a buy. But if you are so desperate in as a long-term trader, if you are so keen on enter this buy, then wait for it to break above and retest here, then you can enter it. But if not, this is a very good point. If you see a bearish candle coming down here on this trend line, it's a pure confirmation for a buy. Someone can hear me? This is GBP USD, Mrs. Christabel. Okay, going down to my 1 hour time frame. Let me see on my 4 hours time frame. Good. You can see that particular zone is still showing on my 4 hours time frame. That why not wait for this to happen? Then you can enter a very good buy. Hold on. Okay, hold on. So if you're a 1 hour trader, regardless of the fact that price has been bullish, both on my 1 hour, my 4 hours, and my daily time frame, you also need to trade cautiously. So going back to my day traders, that's 1 hour trader, those that does not allow trades to, go further, stay longer than a day or, looking at it, I'm waiting for something to happen. You can see it's currently buying. So, the principle, one of the basic principle of buying, of entering a buy trade is buying low. You understand what I'm saying? So if I want to enter a buy trade on this my 1 hour time frame, regardless of the fact that it is on a bullish run, I'm waiting for a minor pullback, come and retest this support region, then I can enter a buy. Remember when price was going up here, what's happened? It came to retest this untested support. Did you see it? And it formed a bullish engulfing candlestick. Then you can just ride on a very good buy. Now you can also see here, price was buying, going up. It came to retest this week's support, a very good confirmation for a buy. So I am waiting for a buy. And another condition for entering buy trade is buy when price has broken a resistance after a breakout and retest. When it breaks the resistance, it becomes like a support, and there will be a retest of that point. So this will be a very good point if it can retest this. This is like a resistance before. You can see it was a resistance here. It broke above it, and we are waiting for a retest. So if we can see a retest here, if you are a 1 hour trader, then you should wait for a retest. I'm waiting for a retest around this zone, then I can enter a buy. I can ride my profits, I can take my profits anywhere above. But this is a very good point to enter a buy on my 1 hour time frame. Are we there together? Can we have the numbers for entering the buy? Okay. So I usually say these things, that waiting is a strategy when it comes to trading. You should also learn to hold on. There are situations where you have to learn to hold on. This market has been on before you came on board. It will still be on. It will still be running. So there will always be opportunities in the market. But look at this. I am waiting for something to happen here. I need a clear confirmation. I don't want to risk any amount of money. So I want a good confirmation candle around this stone cold support. Then I will enter a buy. So if you're a 1 hour trader, this is a very good point to enter your buy trade. You understand what I'm saying? So we've done for swing traders or long-term traders, and we've done for 1 hour traders. So let's look at Euro USD. I gave you some of the conditions to enter a buy and some of the conditions to enter a sell. I think in our previous classes, I think we mentioned some of those conditions, that buy at a support, buy after a breakout or retest of a support of, that's for a buy trade. Buy after on an upward trend, when it breaks a resistance and it comes to retest that resistance will turn to a support. A very good point to enter a buy. Buy after a pullback. I think we explained a little bit of that for GBP USD, and looking at Euro USD on my daily time frame. On my daily time frame, if you are if you are a swing trader or a long-term trader, Euro USD is in a very good point to enter a sell trade for long-term traders. Now you can see it is currently on a verified resistance. Repeatedly, price has tested this verified resistance, and what's happened? It came down right from on the 28th of January. Euro USD has been riding between this zone on my daily time frame. So whenever it tests this verified resistance, what's happened? It returns back down. It tests this verified resistance, it returns back down. And look at it currently, it is also on that verified resistance. So what are we waiting for? We are waiting for this particular candle to close this daily time frame, which means that it takes 1 day for one candle to close. We are waiting for this candle to close, and we are looking for, if there is another bearish candle and a bearish confirmation, then we are going for a sell. So if you can see, Euro USD has been trading between this channel and this channel, both on my daily time frame. You can see it has been trading between these two channels. It came down here a little bit, and it came down a little bit here. Okay, sorry, let me do this. So I'm waiting for a bearish confirmation candle around this zone. Then I can enter a very good sell to ride down to the next untested support. So remember that regardless of the fact that the dollar might not be entirely strong at the moment, it has Euro USD has been buying, but for my day trader, these ones can leave trades for days, for weeks. So a very good point to enter your sell trade. So I'm looking forward to a sell when I see a very good candlestick pattern, like a bearish engulfing, or an evening star, or a shooting star, or a hanging man. These are very good candlesticks. If it's like something like a green and a red candle, around this zone, I'll enter a possible sell down to the next untested support. Remember, there is a news coming out for the Eurozone by 10 a.m. today. So we are looking forward to, more bullish run for Euro USD, pending when CPI comes out tomorrow. I don't need to remind you that there is a high impact news coming out for the US zone tomorrow, which is the consumer price index. The long awaited news that most traders are always looking forward to will be released tomorrow. That measures the average change in the price of goods and services being purchased by an average consumer in the US economy. That will be tomorrow. So with respect to that, the euro want to demonstrate authority in the market, or the bulls will want to take charge in the market, pending when the news comes out tomorrow. So Euro USD has been buying massively. It broke above this stone cold support on my 1 hour time frame. Okay, somebody is dropping a question. Okay, let's see. Okay, you are waiting for gold analysis. Okay, you're waiting for gold analysis. Okay. So even though you are looking forward to entering a buy, remember that this point where I marked on my daily time frame is a very good confirmation where someone can enter a sell. And you know that this point where this zone is a verified resistance on my daily time frame. Remember, we marked that while we started the class together. So even though we are looking forward to a buy, this zone is a zone where bullish momentum would reduce around this zone. Yes, because even on my daily time frame, it is a strong resistance zone. And you know, when it comes to resistance and support zone, they are very, very valid on our higher time frame. So even though I'm looking forward to a buy, it might not be up to this zone because there will be possible rejection of bullish momentum. The trend is always my friend. So regardless of the fact that this instrument has been buying, I want a retest of this trend line. Then I will possibly enter a buy trade. I will enter a buy trade when there is a test of this trend line. Let me draw my chart there, my chips. So I'm looking forward to a buy around this zone. If it can test this point very well, and I see something like a red and a green candlestick. If you are looking forward to a sell, wait for it to break below this trend line. Wait for it to break below this trend line. If possible, break below the last higher low. Then you can possibly enter a sell trade. If not, the market is bullish for today. Euro USD is bullish. So you should be looking forward to bullish trades than bearish trades. And looking at the fact that there are no news coming out for the US zone, except for the Euro zone. And, you know, looking at the fact that the CPI is coming tomorrow, Euro will want to ride on that, you know, gain some possible push in the market pending when the news comes out tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to a buy around this zone. If I see a red and a green candle, if it retests this my trend line, I see a red and a green candle, I will enter a possible buy trade. For scalpers in the market, scalpers, remember what I said before. When I drew that line, you can see it is very close to a verified support. So if you're a scalper in the market, or maybe you're a short-term trader that does not leave his trade more than maybe 30 minutes or 15 minutes, you rather trade on 5 minutes and 15 minutes so that you can make your money and leave the market within the shortest possible time. Wait for this market to sell a little bit down to that verified support, then you can enter your possible buy trade. Remember that the market is generally bullish. So we are waiting for this market, let the bears just push a little bit down to this verified support, and it's a very good zone. Both on my 1 hour, we are saying that even though the bears want to take charge of the market, if they can sell down here, then I can possibly enter. And remember, this verified resistance is, verified support is not just a line. It is a zone. It is a zone. So I'm looking forward to a retest of this support region. Then I can possibly enter a buy trade. Remember that you should learn to buy low. If I buy immediately now, how many people are we looking at from here to this verified resistance? No, I want a retest of here, then I can enter a good buy, make some good money and leave the market. But if you are very conservative, you can quickly be taking advantage of this movement in this candlestick. Bear in mind that the sellers too want to take charge of the market. So this is a very good zone to enter your buy trade here. If this market can sell down here, I see a red and a green candlestick, then I can enter my buy trade. Somebody is dropping a comment. Okay. We are going to be looking at USD JPY, then gold, before my colleague will take over. I don't know if okay, some people are asking that we should look at some other currency pair. Maybe you're on a trade. Tell us if you're on a trade on those pairs so that we know what is wrong. Some people say we should look at USD CHF. Some people say we should look at USD CHF. I guess when a trader is typing like this, it means that are you on a trade on this particular pair? So we know where to start from. You can't just be shouting USD CHF and US 30. You are on a trade on it. So you want to know possible zones where you should exit the trade or should you close the trade. Now some people are confessing. That's fine. Let's look at a USD JPY. Maybe I just love USD pairs. USD pairs, they're so beautiful. You can see the dollar has not been entirely strong, and you look at Japanese yen has been riding on the weakness of the dollar. And I don't need to remind you, if the dollar is weak like this, you know what will happen. Gold will be buying, because there is an inverse correlation between the USD IDX as well as gold. So if you look at this particular instrument, USD JPY, that's been bearish. The recent swing has been bearish right from the time it tested this verified. Oh, this is actually on my one hour time frame. But let's look at it right from the time it tested this verified resistance. I remember the last time I had this class, I told clients that this market, if you're a long-term trader, I'm of the opinion that this market will test this verified. I marked it then. And I just end, because I'm a long-term trader too. I marked that, oh, let me just enter 0.01, 0.02 and forget it and put my take profit at that verified resistance. I know it will test. So I got the money then. And then immediately it tests that verified resistance on my 1 hour, it slide down. It formed a very good candlestick. That's a shooting star candlestick on a very sensitive zone. And what happened? It came down. So let's go back to our daily time frame. A daily time frame. Our daily time frame. Now, if you are a day trader, I am not disputing the fact that you can leave your trade for. If you love trade, if you're a long-term trader, or you're a swing trader that leave trades for days, for weeks, I'm not disputing the fact that you're a big boy. Yes, some people are like that. So if you look at a Euro USD JPY on my daily time frame, no doubt, regardless of the fact that the dollar has been weak and the Japanese yen has been riding on the weakness of the dollar, making it to, slump very, very much. Remember that possibly the weakness of the dollar might all just ride down to this place. Remember that there's a CPI tomorrow. We don't know the outcome of that news, but possibly if you notice that on my daily time frame, whenever price tests this trend line on my daily time frame, there is always possibility that there will be pullback up. So if you look at USD JPY on my daily time frame, regardless of the fact that the recent swing has been bearish. Sorry for that. Even though you want to enter a buy, this is a very good zone to enter a buy trade. So this is a very good zone to enter your buy trade. This is a very good zone to enter your buy trade. Yes, but I'm still of the opinion that most of these currencies want to ride on the weakness of, everybody knows that CPI is a high impact news that is going to be dropped tomorrow. So every currency wants to ride on the weakness of the dollars. Oga, since you are weak, let me ride on this and take some dominance in the market. Take advantage of your weakness and have some dominance in the market. So you can see USD on my daily time frame has been riding down. So there's a possibility, there's a very good chance it to ride down to this trend line. Pending when you can see this is daily time frame. So it takes 1 day for one candle to form. So I'm still of the opinion that Japanese yen will ride down to this trend line. But if you are looking for buy preference, then you should wait for it to ride down. Possibly that will be around tomorrow. If you see something like a red and a green candle, this is a possible point where you see a possible pushback up for USD JPY. So this is a very good point where you see a possible pushback up for USD JPY. If not, USD JPY is riding down. Yes. USD JPY is riding down to this zone, this trend line, and it's a very good zone to enter buy trade. So I'm looking forward to a sell for day traders. I'm actually looking forward to a sell for price to ride down to this trend line, then you can make your money. But if you're looking forward to buy opportunities, so wait for price to ride down here. You see a red and a green candle, then you can make your money in the market. That's for my day traders. For my 1 hour traders,
All right, hello everyone. Um, Sorry about that. I guess probably a network issue. So I'm going to take over from my colleague, Mr. Samuel, at this time. Please, if you can hear me, please just type a yes on the chat box. If you can hear me, just type a yes on the chat box, please. Marachi, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So you've been given some analysis, and I think you have done due diligence in the fact that giving swing traders, yes, 1 hour time frame. All right, yeah, we're going to get to it. I see some moves in the market, so we are going to get to it. Don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. You're not missing out, all right? You're not missing out. Don't worry, right? It's fine. Okay, so USD JPY. I'm sure you can also see my screen, please. Let me go to my USD JPY also, so we can. All right, so like he said, waiting is also a strategy. All right, now, like he said also, Since NFP made dollar so weak, and since then JPY has been taking advantage of the weakness in the dollar. All right, taking advantage of the weakness in dollar, and you can see consistent massive movement down. Although anytime it tries pulling back, it continues going down. So for those persons who missed the opportunity while the move started, you can as well, if you understand trading with the trend, you can find a good position to join the trade. So in order to be very fast, at this point here, there is a resistance level. There's a resistance level at this point here. All right. Now, so if price, now there's a tendency that price can stop at this level. This is a 4 hours time frame. If price does not stop at this level, then price, if it breaks this level, then price will continue on a further sell. All right. So if I go to my 1 hour time frame, let me see where that point is. If I go to my 1 hour time frame, okay. All right. So I'll see how it is right now. So this current candle is forming an inverted hammer, showing the continuation in the downward movement of the trade. So in order to be very sure, I want to know the current strength of the two currencies. Let's see. So you can see JPY is very strong right now and dollar is weak. So yes, a further sell can continue selling. Okay, no, sorry. You cannot continue selling just like that. Sorry, I didn't see that support level down there. There's a support level here, like I said. If price, on the condition that price breaks this particular support level, then we can continue on a sell. So let me see. We can continue on a sell at 140.039. 140.039. You can continue on that sell. 140.039, and you can as well take your profit at 139.438. Now, I need us to be very fast to this because our time is fast spent. A further sell, that sell stop at 140.039, and I take profit at 139.136. Now, basically, it's not necessary you take profit there. Price most likely keep riding down until this next support. So you can as well take your profit anytime you want to. And should in case this guy wants to bounce up, then there's a tendency this guy is coming back. There's a small resistance level here, just a mini resistance level, trying to form that point. And that's what we mean by continuously trading with the trend. All right. So basically, this guy is supposed to get to this point here. He's supposed to get to this very point here before it starts, continue that further sell movement, but it didn't. So there's a liquidity gap here. So there's a tendency that price bouncing off this support. If it bounces off this support, coming back to this very point here, then we can continue on the buy. All right. So in case price starts going back up, dollar magically gains strength from anywhere. So we are looking at entering the buy at 141.000, 141.000, and taking our profit at 141.3. 141.328. 141.328. Okay, so basically, yeah, please let me be fast with. I'm calling this once, please. Time is fast spent. It's sell at 140.39039. Sell at 140.039. Take profit at 139.436. 139.436. In case price retraces and starts going back up, dollar magically gains strength from anywhere, or GBP loses strength, then we are looking at trading the retracement from this particular stock. Although that's a trend, an uptrend. So we are looking at entering a buy at 141.000, 141.000, and take profit at 141.328. 141.328. Now, like I said, I see some massive movement. Okay, let's say for one gold. Okay, Let's go to gold. Now, gold is just merely respecting this particular proven resistance level here. So now I'm sure some of you you've already entered this trap of selling immediately you saw price moving massively down. Now, it's not caused by any institution. I saw someone asking, is it manipulation or institution? No, it is not. This is a proven resistance level here. So price is just merely respecting that proven resistance, all right? So remember that since NFP, dollar has been weak, right? So gold has been trying to edge up. We got to that same resistance on Friday. This same resistance level. Now, this was Friday. Dollar week, price went up massively. Got to this resistance. See the way it respected the resistance initially, then before market close was just gradually coming down. Now, dollar tried to gain some strength at the early hours of yesterday, but lost that strength again massively. So gold went back to that same resistance, although edged a little higher, and it just respected that resistance level, all right? It doesn't mean that gold is really, really trying to come down right now. That's not what it is. So because gold is a reactive instrument, it reacts to whatever dollar is doing. Okay, so you need to be careful whenever you are trading gold. Always pick your trade at verified or proven levels, such as this one. All right. So what we're actually doing now is gold is looking more of a sell. Now the sell is just technically trying to respect this resistance level. So yes, I'm looking at a further downward movement on gold. A further downward movement on gold for today, given that dollar remains down. How much can one have to trade gold at Unipita? Basically, to be comfortable trading gold, just have 500K to be comfortable. To be comfortable, you know, because like I said, sometimes the thing is this. I'm sure for those persons trading live accounts, one time or the other, you've been at the mercy of the market where you were having some huge negatives, and at that point, it possibly cleared the account, or it got very close to wiping out your account because your account is small. All right, but if you have a large account, yes, you can. You have the ability to hold on for the market to reverse. Look, if you place a buy or a sell at any point in time, let me tell you, you can make money. But what happens is time will tell. Time will tell. Abi? So let's look at it practically. Now, if I placed possibly, let's say, a buy, if I placed a sell, let's say I placed a sell at this point, and price started going up, I was losing, right? It depends on my lot size. Now, because if I have the ability to hold on, I have the funds to hold on, price came back, and I'll definitely be in profit. If I place a sell at this point, thinking that price continues, and price started going up, I'm in negative, it's just a matter of time. Price came back again, all right? Or I placed a buy, and price started going down. It's a matter of time. Price will come back, all right? So that is how it happens in the market. So yes, 500K and above will comfortably help you to trade this gold. So now, let me just quickly give us some tips here. Now, for me to be able to buy gold, I need to know that price is breaking this resistance. Don't be tricked. It happened here before. Let me show you this. This thing that is happening now, this one, it happened here before, once upon a time. All right, all of this false break, that doesn't mean it's breaking the resistance. So if you look at it over time, it came down. All right, now it did some massive pull here, came down. So we are seeing that kind of thing again. So price is just trying to cover a particular liquidity gap. Now, when all of this noise is over, price is definitely or most likely going to be coming down. So this is what I'm expecting price to do for today. In fact, I'm expecting price to get to this very point here. There's a space here, sorry. Price is rejected around this point. The main resistance level, price is rejected around this point, right? So for me to keep selling gold, I need to know that price is breaking below this level. And in fact, I have a lot of room to go for gold. I have a lot of room to go for gold. So basically, if I want to enter around here, I need price to break below these points, these highs, these highs, these highs. I need it to break below. Once you can break below, then we are seeing massive movement of gold down, all right? So until price does that, I am not doing anything. So this is where I'm comfortably selling and possibly take profit at this point here. Then for me to buy gold, I need to know that gold has broken resistance. In fact, it needs to break resistance, retest resistance before I continue on that buy. So I'm not giving any entry point on the buy for gold. Needs to break this resistance. Gold. What do I mean? It needs to do something like this. Go. Come back to this same resistance level, right? Now, if it doesn't break this resistance level, if I see any reversal pattern, bullish engulfing, hammer, all right, possibly marigolds and the likes of them, then I enter, or a morning star, then I enter a buy and we go long, and it's going to last for at least a day or two. Trust me, if gold is ready to go up, it's going to last. Now, that is to say, gold wants to be resting above the 1900 level, anywhere above the 19. So anywhere 1900 level, what do I mean? Before 2000. So gold has a lot of room to go. I can't tell you how much it can go, but it has a lot of room to go, right? So if gold can remain above 1900, which is just trying to do, anytime gold comes at 1900, as in 1900, just buy gold, because gold will start going up for a long while, right? So, but as long as gold remains above that particular level, and it has not been able to break above 1930 something, 1930 something. So gold needs to break above before we continue on a further buy. Now, someone is also trapped on US 2000. Let me quickly do that. All right, US 2000. Yes, I'm expecting a downward movement on US 2000 and the same thing on US 30. So I'm looking at taking a sell. Now, please, this is what I'm going to tell you. You can place a sell on US 30, or please have your stop on US 2000. Please have your stop loss somewhere above. I beg in the name of God, have your stop loss somewhere above. If you know indices, indices can be your best friend and they can be your worst enemy if you're not careful. All right. Now, what am I trying to do? I want you to take the bold step to enter a sell, because that's what I'm expecting. All right. Now, why do I say you should enter a sell? This is my 4 hours time frame right now. Now, if I zoom out, you notice that this level is a very good resistance level, or has been my recent resistance level for now. If I continue zooming out, you notice that it's not just now, it has been a good resistance level for a while now. All right, resistance level, when the price gets there, it only broke above it once, retested, continued, and came back down, and since then it has still remained a resistance level. So hence, we have a lot of confidence to enter a sell for US 2000 at this particular level here. But please, should in case village people want to visit US 2000 and this guy is not ready to remain down and go down now and wants to break, let it take you out in a loss. If it does, you will turn your loss into a win. What do I mean? Wait for price to go as far as this next resistance here, this high it got to. Once it can get to this point again, then we do that same sell. So it has a higher chance of coming down this time around. All right. So, but I don't want you to miss out. So yes, a sell on US 2000 right now. So for you who have been buying US 2000 and it has been going up, good. Now, US 2000 will start coming down. Your negative should be reducing, or you can go in for another sell trade for US 2000 as of now. The same thing for US 30. The same thing for US 30. The same thing for US 30. But US 30 might not go far. US 30 might not really go far. US 30 is one instrument that whenever a fundamental wants to come out, it usually tries to wait for the fundamental. Now we have CPI for tomorrow. Very, very high impact news. In fact, I'm even envisaging that the movement on CPI will most likely be more than the one we saw for NFP on Friday, right? Because of the weakness of dollar. So people are banking on the fact that this guy is going to strengthen dollar. And if it does, this US 30 is going way down. I can see a sell signal for US 30 on my 1 hour. Let me see. I like using my naked charts, please. So if I look at my 4 hours, I will notice something. Now let me do a quick analysis for you. This is US 30. I want to know where price is most likely to go to, right? This is what price is most likely to do. So here, there's a resistance level here, right? So I pick my resistance level. I draw my resistance at this point. My resistance levels at this point. Right? Then I also noticed that there's some support level here around this very area here. There's a high here, a resistance level, price came and continued. All right, so the resistance level ended up being a support also. This resistance level ended up being a support level also, to this point here. So this guy is trapped in between a resistance level and a mini support. US 30 is trapped in between a resistance level and a mini support level. And this is on my 4 hours time frame. Hence, I am not surprised why price is dropping now. Resistance, that resistance. Now, it doesn't mean that price cannot break this resistance, because if it breaks it, yes, this is where it's coming to, right? It's coming all the way here. So if price breaks it and comes all the way here, then I am shorting US 30. That means I'm selling it. And it's going to sell for a while. Okay, so for now, price is currently at a mini resistance and price looking downward. So this is what I expect for US 30 also. Like I said for US 2000, although US 2000 is a much stronger resistance than US 30, but I'm expecting the same move for both of them. Okay, so I'm selling US 30 also. You can just do well to set your stop loss. You can just do well to set your stop loss somewhere above 3-4. Sorry. If we have seen it earlier, let's say 30 minutes ago, 1 hour ago, it would have been better. Somewhere around 34268, 34268. Your stop loss somewhere around there, just to be safe. In case this guy is not ready to go down, breaking this guy coming here, then we can do a massive sell. This is where we call premium. Premium means you attack a move at the initial point of its reversal, where this guy is starting to go down. Hence, you can use a high lot size or take like 2 or 3 positions, to maximize profit in the market. These opportunities like this do not come every day. All right. There are so many opportunities in the market, rather, but they do not come every day. So you want to maximize opportunities like this. So it's sell for US 2000, it's sell for US 30. That is what I'm expecting for today. And if you are lucky, price can get to this very point here. If you're lucky, price can get to this very point here. So you can take profit at will. There's no take profit for it. So what else? What else? Oil. I don't know. I might not be able to take. I'm not giving any number for US 30. I'm envisaging a downward movement for US 30. A sell, but just put your stop loss. I call the stop loss point. Sell US 30, have your stop loss in point. I'm expecting it to sell. If at all it takes you out by taking out your stop loss, then we are attacking it from that up level. If it doesn't sell from now, if it goes up or breaks this resistance and hits your stop loss, then we are starting a fresh sell from here. And trust me, guys, if it doesn't sell here, if it starts to sell here, it's going to cover a lot of distance. So you make your money back and even make way more profit, right? So yes, we are going for a sell. US 100, yeah, I saw this guy too when he started coming down, but I cannot trust this sell. And if I thought this guy sells, it might not go very far. US 100 is on a journey of recovering what it lost all the way from NFP, all right? Pulled up, see massive movement down, and even yesterday, massive movement down, hit our support level, and this guy is trying to pull up even at this point here. So I can see some gradual momentum pulling up, right? So this retracement might not go too far. Although, yes, if I want to sell it, I can wait for price to break below this point here. My sell, then I can take profit somewhere around here. For US 100, sell at 15170.21, 15170.21, and take profit at 15142.08, 15142.08. Please, I need to be fast. Please try to keep up with me. There's no time anymore. All right. And you can as well, yes, you can as well watch the repeat of this particular broadcast on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. The links have been dropped here on this live stream. Sorry, the link have been dropped on the chat box here, please. So you can do that. I don't want to give us a further sell like I did on US 2030 on this US 100 because price can go back to this resistance level. You can see some rejection from this very candle here. and it possibly might want to form a hammer, right? And if it does, there's a high chance that price wants to come back to this resistance. Now, I might not see some massive movement until the the New York session opens, right? So for now, price might still be ranging. Since early hours of today, price has been ranging. The moment it try to break out of the range, it return back to that range. So price can return here. So until price break this range, I sell at this point. Then if at all it breaks my resistance and I see movement up, then I can enter for a buy. All right, so please be careful on these guys. They might want to range, but my penny orders is most likely going to happen at the New York trading session. All right, so it might not happen immediately. Thank you so much. Collins, I'm sorry, I'm fast. Okay, sorry, I'm fast. I'm trying to just bit of a time here. We're supposed to be done by 9 actually. Okay, let me not be too fast. Let me not be too fast. Okay, so oil. Yes, oil got to resistance, but it's looking like you want to break resistance, but no, it has not broken resistance. Now, how do I know? If I go to my 4 hours time frame, I'll see that. See, the same resistance, all right? Now, there's something you need to know about trading. If you stay long in the market, you understand that there are times where if you have a resistance level at this point, an initial resistance level, this is my 4 hours time frame. This was initial resistance level, resistance fell, resistance fell, resistance fell, resistance, resistance, resistance. Now you saw this guy happen. Normally, when price break resistance, we wait for a retest. Once it comes back to that resistance level and it pulls up, then we call that level a support level now, all right? But for the fact that price broke back in, tells us that this resistance level is subject to price piercing above it at times. All right, it does not mean it's not really resistance, but it means that our zone starts from here. Our resistance level now extends to this point. So what do I mean? Something like this. I mean something like this, resistance level. It means that it has extended to this point now. Initially, this was the highest resistance level, but now it has extended here. So anywhere around this point is a resistance level for me. So yes, I'm still looking at a downward movement for oil, all right? So oil might not start that thing yet because, the supply cut from both Russia and, Saudi Arabia by 1 million barrels. Russia is looking at cutting supply by 500,000 barrels per day. So there's going to be scarcity, and scarcity increases the price of a particular commodity. Although they are planning to shift it to August, all right? Initially, their plan was for July. We are in July now, but they're trying to shift it to August. So possibly price is just trying to react based on that level. So it's taking its time around the resistance level. All right, it's taking its time around the resistance level. So it's trying to take our initial zone here. It's trying to take it as a support level. All right, but remember, it's not a strong support because price can break back in, all right, at will. So what do I mean? Price is in between this particular range right now for oil. So I expect that if price can go up here, if price can go back up here, then price will return back again. Price returns back again, all right? Or if price comes down first, then if price comes down, I'm not buying because I'm expecting a massive fall for oil. I'm expecting a massive fall for oil, right? That is what I'm expecting for today. So I don't want to give you just to buy oil because I'm sorry, sell oil. If I ask you to sell oil, you might not know when it gets here. All right. And if it gets here, it might be ranging for a while. So yes, I'm watching out for a sell on oil. Now, if you want to go in with pending orders, you might want to wait for price to break below this particular level here. Once it does, then we can enter for a sell because I'm expecting price to sooner or later come down for oil. Sooner or later come down for oil. So that's what I'm expecting for oil. So I think, what else? Aren't we done? Please, US 100. Yeah, I just did US 100. I did US 100. These are the penny orders for US 100. So I said I'm not giving you a sell. So please don't be too quick to just sell US 100. This guy is still ranging. He does not have a clear direction right now. Left with me, I'm not interested in US 100 for today. So basically, the penny orders I just gave are for the the New York session. which is a sell at 15170.21, 15170.21, and take profit at 15142.08, and a buy at 15250.60, and a take profit at 15280.34. Now, this might not happen immediately. This guy still has possibility of ranging. All right, so we didn't do D30. I wanted to give us a sell for D30 also. We didn't do D30. Well, this guy also is trying to range. Now, there's an almighty formula. When US 100 and D30 moves, they move a lot when the US dollar picks a side. Either is strong or is weak. If US dollar is strong, like I mean strong, 70%, 80, 90, yes, US 100 goes down, D30 most likely goes down too. And if dollar is weak, I mean 30%, 20%, 10% down, you know, US 100 most likely is going up and D30 most likely is following it. So that's when they make their massive move. But dollar is not giving us a clear direction right now. So hence, there's still a very high possibility that these guys might be ranging. So if you can see here, dollar is just like 37. It was 40 something, 37, you know, so it's not clear as to where dollar is right now. It's not very weak or very strong. We need it to be at an extreme point to see movement. Hence, I'm not trusting movement on US 100. Neither am I trusting movement on D30 for now. But if price comes back down to this level here at, let's say, the price can come back for D30 to 1, anything 15660, 15660, 15660, I buy it. Price pull up, all right? And if price can, I don't want to sell from here. The projection for D30 for this week is a buy. Like the rest of this week, I'm expecting D to just keep pulling up and pulling up and pulling up to cover for the massive liquidity that it did from Monday of last week. From Monday of last week, it started the journey. This Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, and today is Tuesday. All right. So I'm expecting some level of pull up to cover it. Now it's stopping here because there is a support level at this point. All right. So this support that price broke is trying to show us some level of resistance. That's why I said if it comes back down, we buy it again, we start the journey again. And if price is ready, it breaks above here, then we continue that journey upward. So for the whole of this week, I'm expecting that movement up, but on the condition that price breaks above this particular resistance level. So that's my summation for price for today. That's my summation. After if fine the US 2000, I think we are done. We are done, guys. US 2000, the other resistance, right? The other resistance level, my 4 hours time frame. Yeah, the other resistance level is at 2010, 2010, 2010, 2010, 2010. So when they say patience is a strategy, it means that if price breaks here, I'm going to exercise a lot of patience for price to get to this level. Once it gets there, jackpot, you know, I enter another sell. And this time around, I'm a swing trader. So because it's going to cover a lot of distance, so I want to maximize, milk out every possible dollar or naira, whatever that the market can give to me. All right. So these are the points: 2010, 2010. Right. So I wish we have a lot of time, you know, to dissect the markets, analyze properly, show you how to do analysis. There's this quick trick analysis I teach people. It's not like that of a shortcut, but it's called top-down analysis, you know, how to analyze price and know where price is going to for at least 1 week. You know where price is most likely to go to for at least 1 week. On the condition that price, for example, now, if price does not break this result and it's coming down, you know, it's going to cover a lot of distance. Yes, it's definitely going to cover a lot of distance. This is my 4 hours time frame. For price to move from here all the way to this point here, let me go back to 1 hour so that you see it. For price to move from here all the way to this point here, let me enlarge this guy so that you see. Can you see the distance from here all the way to here? Now, pulling it my daily stuff now, you see how long this guy is going to take a long time. He's not going to do it in 1 or 2 days, most likely. It's going to take days for price to fall and get here. All right. So hence, if you can get that particular point, I call it premium. Once you analyze price and you notice that point, you go in, like you go in, put your stop loss. If it takes you out, you do it at the next level. But if it doesn't take you out and it goes, guys, you will make, this is where I'm talking about your risk to reward ratio now. You make 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. 1 means whatever your stop loss is. If my stop loss is at, let's say, 10,000, 1 to 3 means I will make like 3 times of what it is. That's 30,000 profit. 1 to 4 means I'll make like 4 times, 40,000. 1 to 5, I'll make 5 times, 50K. All right. So that's what I'm trying to talk about here. Now, if you try this thing for a week, you just get like 2 or 3 of those points. I'm not looking for much, 2 or 3 of those points. And I go in and they go my way, guys, I am making a lot of money even in 1 week. So this is how to trade. All right. So thank you very much for your time here. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow and wish you a very, very profitable day. No, we are not buying gold. We are looking at selling. Wish you a very, very profitable day. All right. There's no time to do that right now. There's no time to teach us that. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. I said, don't fall into the trap of selling gold. I told you, do not fall into that trap. All right. That's why I did not give you an instant sell. This is the pending order for sale. And I'm not giving you a buy. I didn't give you a buy. I'm telling you that for you to buy, allow price to go, come back and retest this level here. If it does, then you buy. And